I'm gonna just talk about flowers from now on because it's like I jinx stuff whenever I talk about moon men and mothmen. Okay. Ow! Okay, so before I was rudely interrupted by, I think the secret agents that are trying to keep me quiet. I was telling you all a story about how I I once went deep sea fishing off the coast of Barbados. And you can probably look this up. This is a true story. It made the Barbados Bugle. And a lot of people were accusing me of having instigated, I guess, a dock fire. Or started a dock fire? Not instigated a dock fire, but I started a dock fire down in Barbados. And it's not... from one perspective, it was intentional, but from another perspective, it was just kind of necessary and therefore kind of accidental, if you really think about it. Because nobody expects to be facing a giant ethereal creature from the other side at 4 o'clock in the morning while you're trying to deep sea fish off the coast of Barbados. And I was with my captain. And I had just cast out my line when my captain comes out of his cabin, and he looked at me and he went, "Hey, get out! Who are you? Excuse me. Why is my boat moving?" And I was like, "Oh, Captain, don't worry. I started up the ship for us, and we're moving steadily along." And the captain was like, "No, no, 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 no. I don't even know who you are. Excuse me." And he pushed me to the side. He my rod almost fell into the water. He's like, "This isn't right. You shouldn't be on here." And I was like, "Captain, we be out fishing and catching, And he's like, "No, no, no. You shouldn't be out. You shouldn't be on my ship right now." And I was confused. I was like, "Captain, it's not tradition for you to try to kick off a fellow fisherman." And the captain was insistent that he didn't know me, that I should be getting off his ship, and that he was calling the Barbados Coast Guard. And I was like, look, Captain, I'll be honest with you. I be out trying to catch a great beast, great devil of the sea. And, Captain starts asking me if I'm on something, if I'm okay, if you get me, if I'm homeless or something. How did I get on his boat? How did I get his boat moving, right? Because I guess he lived on his boat or whatever. But I commandeer ships all the time, and it's not really. Welcome back. Hello. This is a true story. It's not really an accepted activity to commandeer a ship, but if you really want to see what's out there, what's in the deep, because I'm not fishing for fish. I'm fishing for what's really out there. Great devils of the deep. Things that will eat your feet. And Captain didn't understand that. He said that this was his personal yacht. He owns this yacht. And I'm like, Captain, nobody owns this sea. He's like, "This isn't the sea. This is my ship. Get off my ship." I'm like, I can't get off your ship. We be out in the middle of the sea, see? And it was like 4 o'clock, 4:05 in the morning at that point, and he was pissed. And I was like, "Look, I be experienced seaman. I be seaman all around. I sploosh here, I splash there. I be a good seaman." And that infuriated him in some way. But my thing was like, "Look, I know how to manage your vessel. I'm sorry I commandeered it. I'm giving you the respect as the captain of it, at least." And it was right then and there that the whole damn thing moved. This ship was probably like 38.5 meters long and 69 meters wide and 58 and 10 meters diagonal. It was a big ship. And It rocked the whole thing. It topped over one of the lifeboats. The captain was like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "That be the great she beast herself. Arik, you be waking her up." And he was like, "What the fuck's going on?" Right? He's like, "What did you do to my ship? Something's wrong. What's going on?" And his alarm started going off. I guess it's the bilge alarm that lets you know if there's water coming on board. And he starts saying he's going to call the Coast Guard now, because he's like, we're taking on water or something. We don't need to call the Coast Guard. Okay, what we need to do is set this boat on fire to scare the damn thing away, because they hate fire. Fish, or like creatures of the deep, don't like fire. It's known, if you live in the ocean, think you're going to like fire? I don't think so. And sorry, there's like a triangular sail around here. It's weird. Sorry. Dragon Ball Super Diet Akira. Sorry. Yeah. Back to the true story. So the captain starts calling the Barbados Coast Guard. I start setting his boat on fire, because I know exactly what had rocked it over. I've never seen its face. I've never seen its mouth. I've only ever seen what it's connected to. And it's this long, black, ink-like sorry. If she had claws, they'd be made of slime. I've seen her drag 1,000 sailors to the bottom of the sea, wrapping her icy tendrils around them. Horrible thing. Horrible. Off the coast of Barbados it lives. I've never seen its face. I've only seen what it does to ships and sailors. You know what I mean? Do people, people say I'm making this shit up, and I'm like, no, this is true. It happened. So I started setting Captain's boat on fire. He didn't like that one bit. But I told him, listen, this is the only way we're going to survive, Captain. He's like, I don't even know what's going on. You broke my ship, and that's what's going on. And right then and there, we saw it. A nice, long, black, almost made out of blueberry jello. That's the only thing I could ever relate it to. Reached up out of the ocean, started wrapping itself around the boat, or the ship, and I said, now be the time, Captain. And I grabbed the flare gun, I pointed it right at one of his sails, and I blew it. And the sail caught on fire, and we heard a great, great screech come from below the water, as though the devil had finally met God. And with the light of the Lord, it fathomed away, back down to the icy depths it went. The captain was super mad, because his boat was on fire. And I said, look, we have to dock it, otherwise we're gonna die. So we started making way towards the dock. And that's how, when we arrived, the boat was fully engulfed in flames, okay? I had nothing to do with it, okay? The flames are what set the dock on fire. It wasn't me, you get me? So when we got to the Barbados dock, it caught fire because the boat was on fire. That's not my fault. That's the captain's fault. He should have safety measures in place to put out a boat fire. And he didn't. He didn't have them in place. So I'm trying to save humanity here by sending this dark devil of the beast back down to the icy depths by trying to scare it with the flames of our Lord. And this guy's mad at me? Are you effing kidding me, bro? You're pissed at me because I set your boat on fire? I saved the Barbados coastline from sure destruction. They are a tourist industry. It would have ruined them. if some creature starts sucking up tourists and stuff, right? Imagine another oil spill because this thing caused it, right? Who knows what happens? Oh, thank you. The story or the drawing? No, I think I know. Thank you. That story, because I'm a stand-up comedian. I've never done that story on stage, and you can probably tell why. It drags. I don't know where to put the punchlines in, but thank you for whoever's at least watching and kind of listen to it. I just want to see. I wanted to practice it, and then eventually, if I ever do get it on stage, know where to properly put in some punchlines. But my focus right now is just trying to keep it interesting. I guess coherent at best, if it was. If you were able to follow along, I applaud you. But in that, I appreciate you for watching. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah. Is that TMNT? Which one? The story or the boats? I guess this is the, what should we call it? The Flying Dutchman. I'm trying to use a scene from Pirates of the Caribbean as a reference, but YouTube keeps messing with me. Oh, is that what kind of... Am I lagging? No. All right, cool. Phew. But yeah, I appreciate the watches. I usually do this probably around this time. I'll start up a drawing or a dumb story, and we just kind of see where it goes. I think I've been trying to weasel in like sea monsters in my stories. I think people usually like the kind of ghost stories or like the devil stories or whatever. But I know it makes some people legitimately uncomfortable when I get onto those subjects, so I like keeping it nice sometimes. But yeah, my favorite thing on YouTube is paranormal, like ghost hunting and stuff like that. I'm making these ships a little bit my own too, just to cheat the system. You get me? And I can add details on my own. So it's not going to be exactly like the Black Pearl, but yeah, I just want to add stuff that I think they would be adding. They used to really, like, they would have Baroque style, I call it crown molding along the sides of the ships. And eventually they had to take it off because it just made them heavier. But when they were like, the Spanish, the English, the French, they started crossing really starting to cross the sea. It was all about hyping up their own ships. So they would add decals, basically. And so all of this in the back is completely useless. But that was their form of decals. And eventually, into the 1800s, it was like, no, take all this shit off. You got to keep it for real. But I mean, it must have been nice to die on such a pretty ship, right? Like, you're starving all the time. That must have been great. But yes, if you go through my channel, you will see some pirate stuff, some pirate paintings. I think the last painting I did on here was pretty much pirate related. I didn't add cannons though. But yeah, just I don't like everything they did, but they're not. I guess they're not. No, they are kind of the worst. Yeah, they just kind of did all the bad ones. But I call them the unbourgeois crimes. All right, let's see here. I'm trying to add the 3 lanterns that are on the back here without messing it up too much. I think we're good. Okay, let me add. And they had balconies on the back too, right? It was just kind of like... Alright, so these fools here are just kind of straight black, or, And sorry, now that I think I'm trying to make it look good, my brain has like stopped the creative BS with the stories. It's like we need the whole side of the right brain right now. And the left side. God damn it, it's so annoying. Do we have a third side? We should have a third side. Sorry, we gotta get the sails in now. I think this should be a little bit. Yeah. Okay, don't worry. Okay. Oh yeah, this thing needs to be. Sorry, I'm gonna clean this up a bit here. Let me see. Sorry. Remember, there's no shame in erasing as long as it's not the whole thing. But yeah, I feel like I learned how to draw once I learned how to erase. Once I really learned, like, oh, okay, you are supposed to erase it. So this is a weird angle that they're. Oh, I know what's going on. Position. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start live streaming on a better, in a better way. It's just that I've been a little bit busy and just streaming through my phone is faster. But yeah, coming soon. I'm gonna try to do the kind of two streams, I guess, one horizontal, one for vertical, and that way, because I like the shots from horizontal way better, but every time I try to use my webcam, it just makes my life impossible, and I'm like, ah. So, what do I do? Let me see where this is at. Where are you going? Let me see. I think. Okay. All right. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate the watch. But yeah, please get some sleep. I would much rather have you get some sleep. Have a good night. And then I hope you have a cool dream with pirate ships in it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying to draw on here. It is kind of boiling where I'm at. Okay, yeah, have a good night. And yeah, I was using a YouTube video as a reference picture, and then YouTube decided to just start playing other Pirates of the Caribbean videos. Hey, question to the 4 people watching. Have you noticed all the pirated Disney movies just kind of coming up randomly on YouTube? Like you can just watch the Avengers, you can watch anything for free on YouTube now. And it's almost like if it's playing at a dollar theater, because it's only up for like a day before it gets taken down. And I have Disney subscription, and I've never watched all the X-Men movies on Disney Plus or whatever, but I did on YouTube because it was free. But would I go on Disney Plus and watch? No, but yeah, so if you've noticed that, yeah, please share. Share what's next in the pirated theater on YouTube. I mean, they take it down eventually, but I was watching the recent Thor movie and just I think it was around the 2 hour mark. It's like 2.5 hours, but it's around the 2 hour mark. It just goes video no longer available. I'm like, all right, that's fair. Fair enough. Well, that's what was going on. You shouldn't be able to see the nose that much. Oh my God, that was messing with me. Jesus Lord in heaven. That was messing with me, dude. I was like, what is going on? Why does that look so weird? And yeah, because the nose would be like right here. It'd be all weird and shiz. There you go. Man, that is so annoying. I feel like I draw better when nobody's watching. Is that why like, kids hide their drawings all the time? Did I hide my drawings? I'm not really. I was always being told to stop drawing in class, but I was like, I was one of those kids I had to keep drawing on the table. Doodles on the table all the time. And what was it? Pirate ships. But it wasn't in these angles. It was always like a flat, two-dimensional pirate ships. That's why I think I grew up to try to learn how to draw pirate ships from imagination. But I mean, there is a paranormal story. You can rewind and get to and listen to the paranormal story, or you can go to the previous live stream and hear the paranormal story there. But I kind of dropped character now, and it would be just kind of kind of dumb now, but I try to start every live stream in character of like somebody who actually fights skinwalkers. I try to believe it as much as I can, or whatever paranormal dumb shit. But I think when you're drawing and you're trying to actually focus on something legitimate, it's hard to bullshit at the same time. So I like it. Let me see here. The thing about pirate ships, or at least just ships from this age in general, is like a bunch of little posts, bunch of little wires and lines, and all of this stuff is what really makes us believe it's a pirate ship. And so this is a Flying Dutchman, and then this, I guess, is supposed to be the Black Pearl, but I kind of added a nicer caboose to it. And so, and then I fixed the nose, so now it's very subtle. It's not sticking out all weird. Okay, so is that too wide? Yeah, it is. Do I talk to myself? No. Shut up. There you are. If you play Sea of Thieves, please comment down below. Alright, let me see. I'm gonna be live streaming playing video games soon. Whenever I just need to really relax. Still gonna live stream, but we'll live stream dumb stories playing video games. But yeah, we'll always be coming back to drawings and stuff, because especially if I can do this from memory, I'm gonna keep drawing pirate ships for the rest of my life. Because I think knowing how to draw a pirate ship is the most essential skill next to spearfishing that you can know. I do land spearfishing, which is pretty cool. You spear the fish from land, and I don't go into water. I just right from the land, right from the soil. And some people don't call it fair because I'm shooting them while they're inside of a barrel, but I'm like, that's life. Okay, I raise you up inside of a barrel, and then oh, sorry, that's disturbing. That's so disturbing. Okay. Let me see here. Does that look like a guy holding a gun? Whatever. Okay. Sorry, some of this is just kind of details that you can't really see, but they're supposed to give an impression of a greater detail. Did I know I was going to dark that in earlier? No. That's why it looked like that. Okay, so how do... Oh, okay, I remember. Oh, I know what I need to do. Gotcha. Do. Can I? Because I don't want to do that. All right. Sorry if this sound is disturbing to you. I freaking just realized that on the microphone. This might be the worst sound. I'm gonna mute it. Okay. Oh no, they're still on. I just had it muted because of the I was doing this and it sounds really bad. And I don't want to annoy somebody. I'll annoy you with a bad story, but I want to annoy you with this, like, you get me? Nah, that's horrible. That's torture. I did just finish one like about 10 minutes ago, and then if you want to go to a previous, literally the previous live stream, I had some good ones. But yeah, I'll start one up. Some bong rips. Got to do the bong rips. You know, I don't support you know, that kind of language on here. Okay, I support Richard Nixon. This is a Nixon supporting channel. Anyways, okay, sorry. I'm gonna redo some of these sales over here. But welcome back. I think that's who I need to join next is Mr. Richard Nixon. You know, we need to remember. We need to remind everybody who really built this country. You know, he really rolled up his sleeves and, you know, did the dirty for us. That's what he did. He got his hands dirty for America. What a patriot. Who else would lie for their country? Okay, so let me see here. I think also what happened, a Calgy is, because this is, I'm trying to have this be one of my better drawings. I think my brain has shut off the nonsense part to try to make it, you know, look nice and swell. And if you're just tuning in, oh, and this is like the last scene of Pirates of the Caribbean 3, where Flying Dutchman and my version of the Black Pearl, I guess. And yeah, that's why these sails look hairy. I guess it's like the seaweed that's hanging off of the Flying Dutchman's sails and stuff. But it can't be. Yeah, you know, I think I kind of, I guess in terms of making up dumb stories for tonight, I kind of shot myself in the foot by trying to be better at my drawing. But yeah, I think tomorrow, Friday night, I'll try to go a little bit longer on the stream, and then we'll do some more BS drawings where people can chime in whatever they want. But yeah, this time I just wanted to see if I could just stick to one drawing. Let's make it good this time. See where it goes. Oh, is that what I'm missing? All of this crap. Oh my god. Yeah, that's real. That shit is real. I just realized that like I didn't put these stupid things. God damn it. Is it off? Would that be off? Can I get away with that? I think so. Do you work full time? No, I wish. But I guess I do technically. I do a bunch of different stuff, but yeah, I guess I technically do. I'm not drawing all the time, but I do different stuff. Let me see here. I need to fix this. Yeah, I lost some of this when I was blending, but yeah, it's really hard to. Well, now I know if I'm trying to be good at drawing. I guess it's harder to. I mean, I could start rambling on, but I feel once I drop character, if you've seen the previous streams, but once I drop character, it's hard for me to pick it up again. I mean, eventually I'll just do it, but you know, especially then when I start focusing on a drawing, I'm like, okay, do I want to talk about a Mothman fighting Bigfoot? You know, in the Appalachia? Yes, because that's what I wish I could see on YouTube. But you never see that. I was like, oh, we got Bigfoot footage for real this time. And it's like 10 minutes of some guy talking into the camera. And then and it's like nothing happens. Like, dude, I wanted to see Bigfoot, like, at least taking a shit or something. You get me? Like, catch him wiping his ass. At least that. I would enjoy that. Like, say, at this point, I would enjoy that. I remember as a kid, like, you find all the monster books in the library, and you read that instead of doing your homework. And I guess I'm glad I live in a world where hopefully that shit doesn't exist, because, dude, man, we'd be so effed. It's not. You go out to camp with your family, and now some like half fly, half man thing is eating you alive in the middle of Joyzy. That ain't fun. That's not cool. You get me? So I'm glad that shit doesn't exist really at the end of that. What I'm hoping for is that the whole alien situation, that's not really a thing. I'm okay being alone in the universe. I'm good. You know what? I'm good. I'm okay. I want that one. Because if it's out there, it's going to eat you. Yeah, regardless of respect, from New Zealand, aka Science. Oh, shoot, you're from New Zealand? That's so cool. What is, I guess, cryptid from that area that we don't know about? Because I try to look up stuff from around the world, but typically my stories I've only been doing, I guess, North American folklore. This better not be a small. All right, I'm the one to invite that in my home. Okay, Moho, I'm gonna write it over here on the side, just in case it means like a bad word in somebody else's country. I'm gonna look that up. So I'm Salvadorian. Moe ho. Oh, so is that like an aborigine kind of thing? Yeah, in Salvador, we have like random shit. No, whatever. No, I love you for that, bro. I remember they used to tell us about a woman that would make a sound by slapping. Like, she would jump up. My grandfather told me this, dude, as like a way, I guess, to stay out of the forest. But I grew up in Los Angeles. So like, there's no forest. So anyway, there's this woman in El Salvador. It's like a made up or folklore, and she makes this giant clapping sound that scares people in the forest. But she does that by jumping up, and her breasts are so big that it slaps her back. I was like 6 years old anytime. I was like, what the is going on, man? What does that mean? And I've asked other like, yeah, I think it's called a ciguanawa or some shit. And it's not La Llorona. It's not that. It's other disgusting thing, which like this gross big titted woman that just scares you in the forest. But some of these stories were really Maori folklore nice. A lot of the stories, especially like Salvadorian stories that I heard as a kid, were literally just trying to keep you away from the forest or the woods or the tall grass or the volcano or the ocean or the beach or going outside or just kind of everything in general is don't go outside kind of thing. You know, people say like, oh, you know, my parents, you know, used to let me out and all that. My dad tells me stories about how it was just really dangerous to be playing outside where he grew up. It's like the worst thing possible. It's like you're risking your life going out to play in El Salvador in the 70s. Yeah. Yeah, that's literally it. Yeah, it's a thunder slap. We have Patua Pareva Forest Fairies. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah, and that's a reoccurring one too. With like the again forest fairies, or there's something in the forest that will like make you go get you to go in the forest. And um, the messed up part is when like the origin of the story was bandits. Like it was just trying to keep you away from getting robbed, and like pretty much those two, especially because they the same with like hunters. They would you know, sometimes they imitate a baby crying or something like that, and that's really where you get those stories from. Is like, you know, don't go into woods because Jeremy's in there and he has a hatchet and he likes to take your gold and scare you half to death while he does it. And it I think that's what my fascination with ghost stories come from, because I always want to find out what actually happened. um, when I got a cat, I really started believing in like how, yeah, people can totally experience a ghost in their house and not even know. You're right. This is what my cat did. My cat is up all night, especially when we first got her. She would be up all night, roaming around the house, and it sounds like poltergeistic activity. You hear stuff moving, plates moving, chairs moving, and it's the cat. I know it's the cat. And then she would come and she would scratch on my door. And then sometimes I would wake up and I would feel a great big pressure on top of my chest, and boom, there were like these two black eyes looking at me. Black eyes, not black guys. That would have been a good dream. Anyway, so yeah, it really made me believe, like, if somebody has a mouse in their home and you don't know it's there and it's moving shit around and it's like crawling through the walls, that shit's real. That is gonna make you right. That's gonna make you believe in a lot of different shit. And it was literally a mouse. And yeah, every time you turn on every time you turn on the lights, it scatters. It you know, you're never gonna see it. And we did have a mouse at one point, and the cat did help catch it. That's a darker story than I wish it was, because it wasn't. You know, I wish the mouse would have made it, but I think it was the cat's fault. But anyway, yeah, I have if you watch Ghost Adventures, that fool has like a stone earth theory or whatever. No, I have a squirrel bobcat theory. Like most ghost activity is caused by a predator chasing a prey in your home, and that's what you hear running around and moving shit around. And by the time you get to it, either someone's being eaten or escaped. So that's my theory when it comes to ghost stories. Really. Well, some ghost stories, right? Then there's the ones, like, because I'm in the medical field, the ones that I hear from people who work in the medical field, to me, freak me out the most, because they usually involve hearing sounds, involve either seeing something move or actually seeing somebody. Give me a second. I need a cough. But the ones that I've heard have come from people who I wouldn't even expect them to be telling me any of this. And also at like a facility or at a hospital where, I mean, it's like high end, it's like the high stakes of the medical field kind of thing. And yeah, every now and then you get somebody coming around saying that they saw kids running around in a room that used to be a kids ward and stuff like that, or they see papers flying off of like desks and stuff. I've heard that one a few times where stuff starts moving at work. And I worked with a lot of superstitious people at one point. And I mean, that was kind of fun because if you hear my stories, I can make shit up on a dime. Yeah, usually is. But the thing about, especially with the medical field stories, whoever tells me, they always also include the fact that they try to debunk whatever it is that they saw. Like, except one guy who I think he got too freaked out. The one that, and he freaked me out when he told me, but he had taken some equipment back to a room, and he heard something whisper in his ear. And he just kind of like almost lost focus, or almost like if he lost time. And he noticed that a bed, he was alone it was like a patient's room with like a storage closet, but there was nobody in the room. There was no patient in the room. But a bed just sprang up on its own. And it was like one of those automatic beds that needs electricity to move. And like I knew exactly what kind of. I was like, "Oh mother effer, like not fuck." And so, and again, and he told me, he was like, "Yeah." So I never go back to that room. I always have somebody else take whatever equipment there. So if you ever have like a manager or a supervisor that's getting you to do something dumb and stupid, like maybe it's because they're scared to do whatever it is, right? Can you stay after 6? I'm scared, right? Whoa, yeah, right. And then when it's multiple witnesses, so what happened with you? Where did you see it, or what was, if you have a backstory behind that? Yeah, shadow people are the ones that. Yeah, God dang it! Now you gotta visit a priest. Sorry to anyone tuning in. This is my version of a Black Pearl. I got Flying Dutchman. The last scene of I'm gonna misspell Pirates of Caribbean. So, yeah, I think I'm wrapping up here though. I think I just like talking to Mr. or Miss Calgie over here. But yeah, I'm pretty much almost done here. I'm gonna be back tomorrow. If you want to tune back in, probably the same time or maybe later. But yeah, we'll kind of do the old school style that we've been playing around with, where I just draw some random stuff, and then we can have a good laugh. Yeah. All right, appreciate you, and I love you. I'm gonna make this will be public, so yeah, if you want to watch it again or if you missed something. But yeah, appreciate all of you for watching and tuning in, for swiping. Love you. Have a good night. Thank you. Appreciate the compliments. Do.